Welcome back, everyone, to the Guardian Project Paper Commander stream. I'm your host, Andy.
And I'm your other host, Mike Coyle.
And tonight we're joined by two new guests. First time to the show, Lenny, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
And Claybee, how are you?
Hello. Also, hello, Chris. How's it going?
Hey, everyone. So we're really excited that you were able to join us tonight. We are playing a couple of fun games. We have been working to figure out what commanders are going to make for some really interesting gameplay tonight. So Lenny, starting with you, tell us what deck you're playing and what it does. And tell us a little bit about you and where we can find you online.
Oh, yeah. Well, you can find me online at Lenny Woolley. That's at LennyWooley on Twitter. Or you can find me in a ton of Discords and Slacks with all kinds of MTG content creators. And today I am playing Urza, Lord High Artificer. I call this deck Urza's Gumball Machine. It has no rare cards, no mythic cards, and no card is worth more than 25 cents. And I'm looking to get in there with some construct beats.
This seems really fun. I like that stipulation a lot. So would you say that it's like in the Magic community then, it's like 6 degrees to Lenny then? Instead of to Kevin Bacon?
Very much so, yes.
Everybody knows Lenny. And Claybee, welcome to the stream. Where can we find you online? And tell us about your content and what you're playing tonight.
Yeah, so I'm Claybee. I am the second C and the resident being of chaos at the CNC Power Hour. We're a variety stream, and then we do stream paper magic. We've just resumed that with some new safety standards and stuff, but we stream Sundays at 4 p.m. Eastern. Otherwise, you can find me on Twitter and on Twitch. I just put it in the chat, but the MTG_Claybee. You can find me on there, kind of talking about all kinds of random stuff, mostly about EDH dreams and/or ways to break Arena. The most recent favorite was creating 64 Nyx Bloom Ancients, and crashing Arena when I attempted to tap the Nyx Lotus for, I think somebody calculated like 670 million green mana. But yeah, so I like to do a lot of jank, a lot of shenanigans over there. And then, like I said, you can also find me on the CNC Power Hour, which I'll drop in there as well.
Perfect.
Tonight's deck 1 at least, is oh yeah, Chris has seen one of my favorite arena decks of all time is the Thousand Year Storm, Smothering Tides, Emergency Powers. And so you'll get to the point where you're creating, 150, 200 treasure tokens, and then from there you can win in just about any way. I like to do Fae of Wishes for like Obnixilus, and then Emergency Powers again, so that the draw triggers kill the opponent. You can do Rampage of the Clans and turn all your treasure tokens into centaurs to kill them. There's a lot of different ways that deck ended up winning, but the most fun part was holding somebody hostage for an 18-minute turn while I tried to beat the rope.
Oh my gosh.
But otherwise, this deck is Sisay 5-color Shrines. Kind of funny enough, the opposite of Lenny's deck, in that this deck is a lot of the fanciest and most powerful cards that I own. However, the whole point and goal of the deck is to play Shrines and get small increasing amounts of value each turn. And so we cast a lot of powerful magic cards to, usually draw 2 cards, get 2 mana, create 2 spirits, stuff like that. So
wonderful. So would you say that you're going to try to break Arena very quickly once it comes to mobile with that many
with my eyesight, I don't think I'll ever give Arena on mobile a shot. I am very excited though to attempt to break Arena with Skeet Swarm. That card was specifically made for me, and so between Anointed Procession, Skeet Swarm, and Azusa, and obviously, Scape Shift. The what's the red Scape Shift? Lithoforming or something?
Yeah, Lithoforming.
Yeah, we're gonna be 4 colors. See just how many Skeet Swarms we can create before the client crashes. My guess is I'll be able to, the trigger wise, I'll be able to get to about 500 or so before it just gives up.
Classic.
That's great.
Well, welcome both of you to the stream. I'm Andy. I am playing Slimefoot the Stowaway for this first game. Again, on screen you can see my Twitter handle. I am one half of the Guardian Project podcast. This deck is all about making saprolings. I do have an infinite combo, I guess, that if I can't stop it, it causes the game to end in a draw. It's only happened once, so we will see what happens. But I am looking forward to making a ton of creature tokens and perhaps draining my opponent's life for the win.
Yeah. And I am Mike Coyle, aka Worm Coil Engine on Twitter, and I'm the other half of the Guardian Project podcast. And tonight I am playing Firesong and Sunspeaker. And if you've been watching our streams every Thursday, this is the deck that I got over 300 life in by casting one spell.
Yeah.
And that was the start of Extinction. So this is all about dealing damage to creatures to gain life and gaining life to deal damage to creatures. And before we begin, we want to make sure that you check out our show. We are the Guardian Project podcast. We record new episodes every Wednesday. Our podcast is about all things Magic the Gathering, mostly Commander, and you can find it wherever you listen to podcasts now.
And the link to our show will be in the show notes below if you're watching on YouTube. If you are watching on stream, Coil, if you could go ahead and post a link to our website. You can also find links to our social media accounts below, and then our deck lists. We will collect those from Lenny and Claybee after the game. And then if you're watching on YouTube, please don't forget to subscribe, follow, and click that bell icon if you want to be notified when we have games coming up. I think that's it for the intros, and we have randomized the player order. We've resolved mulligans, and Lenny is first. Do you want to go ahead and kick us off?
Yeah, I do.
All right.
All right. I'll draw a card, as is customary.
As one does on turn one.
I will play an island. I will tap said island for a turn one Artificer's Assistant. It's a 1/1 flying bird, and when I cast a historic spell, I scry one.
All right.
I will demonstrate. I will cast a welding jar. Yeah, let's leave that on top. And I will pass the turn to Claybee.
Excellent. That they like to give the CNC Power Hour. They like to give me a hard time with the Artificer's Assistant after a unfortunate Dominaria pre-release where I was killed by a single Artificer's Assistant wielding a jousting lance over a number of turns. I was utterly helpless, and
If you saw that in real life, you'd be helpless too.
yeah, absolutely. I have zero reach. I'm going to go ahead and play a Ketria Triome and pass the turn.
All right. I am going to draw for turn, and then I am going to play Orin Reef the Basswood tapped, and I will pass the turn.
I will draw.
This allows me to tap it and put a +1/+1 counter on green creatures that entered the battlefield this turn.
I'm going to play a Boros Guildgate and pass the turn.
All right. I will draw. Okay. I will play another island, probably surprising nobody. I'll tap one. I will cast Ether Spellbomb and scry one.
I'm trying to find it right now. There was a bird that came out. I believe it was in Kaladesh or Aether Revolt, one or the other. It enabled that Cheerios deck. You remember that, where you could bounce stuff back to your hand? Glint Nest Crane.
Glint Nest Crane,
yeah. Yeah, and I got in at a pre-release with Glint Nest Crane and dealt like 14 damage. That was fun.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and send the bird at Mr. Mike Coyle. Go to combat. And do that.
Yeah, no responses. Take one.
Second main phase, I'm going to cast Hot Soup. Equipment. Equipped creature can't be blocked. And whenever equipped creature is dealt damage, destroy it. That's kind of a liability here. And I'll scry. Okay, we'll leave that on top. And pass the turn.
Interesting. This is the first time Hot Soup's been cast on stream. So.
Draw.
True.
Does that change the play? Yes, it does. All right, so we are going to play a Plains And then we're going to 1 and a green for a Farseek.
Ready.
Far
What you
and
grabbing?
wide.
What you thinking about?
Oh, I love the unstable lands.
I like the tri-lands.
Don't I have?
I like them
Alright.
both.
I'm going to get the Sisay Triumph
Mm-hmm.
and then pass the turn while I shuffle.
All right.
That goes to hand, right?
Farseek goes to the field.
Okay.
Then I will untap
Nice.
and draw for turn. And I am going to play a swamp. And then I will pay 2 for a fungal plots. And it's an enchantment that has pay 1 and a green, exile a creature card from your graveyard, and you create a 1/1 Saproling creature token. And then you can sack two Saprolings to gain 2 life and draw a card. And then I pass my turn.
Untap. Draw. I'm going to play this mountain and pass the turn.
Okay.
I never mentioned it, but this deck was built on a $50 budget.
Nice. Draw.
Those are always fun to build, though.
Yes, agreed.
I will play a Sequestered Stash, and it taps for colorless, and I can pay 4, tap it, and sacrifice it, or taprifice it, as I like to say, and mill the top 5 cards, and I can put an artifact from my graveyard on top of my library.
I like Sacrifice, and I'm going to use that. Thank you for that.
No problem. Happy to help. I'm going to go ahead and send the Artificer's Assistant at Andy, the other host,
I will
as
take,
a thank you for inviting me.
Of course, I will take 1 for the lovely for you joining me.
Such warmth.
All right, and then on my second main phase, I'm going to cast a Sunset Pyramid, and I should have mentioned my battlefield's going to get real crowded. It enters the battlefield with 3 brick counters on it. It's an artifact for 2. I can pay 2 and tap it and remove a brick counter to draw a card, or I can pay 2 and tap it to scry 1. And pass turn.
Chat asked if this was the my
yes.
playmat was the map of Ixalan. It is actually. This is from the store championship where Coil and I were the top 2, and we played out to see who got the playmat and who got the packs. I got the playmat. He went with the packs.
I like packs.
And I like this
opening
playmat.
cards.
All right, I'm going to play a Swamp. And we're just going to continue doing nothing but ramping. And cast a Hunting Wilds.
All right.
What does Hunting Wilds do?
So it's 3 and a green for sorcery that has Kicker 3 and a green. Search your library for up to 2 forest cards, put them onto the battlefield tapped, and shuffle your library. If this spell was kicked, untap all forests on the put on the battlefield this way. They become 3/3 creatures with haste that are still lands.
All right.
But we're just casting for the forests.
All right.
And while I'm searching, I will go ahead and pass the turn.
All right. Untap. I will draw for turn, and then I will play a forest, and then I am going to play a Spore Web Weaver so I can block that Artificer's Assistant. It is a 1/4 with reach hexproof from blue, and whenever Spore Web Weaver is dealt damage, you gain 1 life and create a green Saproling. A 1/1, a green. It is green, only green once though. A 1/1 green Saproling token. And then I pass my turn.
All right, and I to declare, I am getting the Zagoth and Endatha Triumphs.
Perfect.
It's really nice.
Yeah, that is really great.
Yeah.
I'm going
Have
to
we
draw.
done the full tour of Ikoria yet?
I'm 1. I need the Jeskai one.
Okay.
I'm going to play this Needle Spires tapped, and then I'm going to pass the turn.
All right. All this Boros deck with this untapped mana is scaring me.
You should not be scared.
I'll draw a card for turn. I will play an island. All right. This time, Artificer's Assistant is going to go at Claybee.
Absolutely.
Okay.
We'll take 1.
And then I'm going to go ahead in my second main. I'm going to cast a totally medium card in Urza Lord High Artificer. I cast a historic spell, so I scry 1.
All right.
That will go to the bottom. And then does Urza resolve?
Oh, Urza resolves.
Yep, I have no response.
I guess
Sorry.
Coil could have.
Okay.
How much does Lapse of Certainty cost?
3.
Oh, okay, not yet then. Okay.
Pyroblast, though.
Mana Tide.
I guess that's true. That's true.
All right.
Yeah.
I will create my construct. It is currently 5/5. And I will pass the turn.
Isn't it a 6? No.
All right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I have
yeah.
5.
So we're gonna untap. We will draw.
So everybody in chat, what are you excited to open from Zendikar Rising? And that goes for same for you, Lenny and Claybee. Is there anything you're looking forward to playing with in Commander?
Well, so ever since they announced the Omnath, I've just been so excited, and it's definitely I'm going to build Omnath, and it's going to become my the deck that I'm going to bling and run forever. Because drawing cards and playing extra lands is all I really enjoy in Magic, and so the Commander allowing me to do both in 4 colors just makes me super excited. And then getting cards like the Felidar Retreat and the aforementioned Skewed Swarm. There's just a bunch of those cards that just all tickle my fancy. So I'm going to 3 and a blue to play Frozen Ether. Artifacts, creatures, and lands opponents control come into play tapped.
All right.
And then I will pay 2 and a green for a Sanctum of Fruitful Harvest. So we'll get our first shrine out. This is one of the new ones that creates X mana, where X is the number of shrines that I control. And I will pass the turn.
All right. I will untap and draw for turn. I am going to play a forest. And then I will...
That forest enters tapped.
Thank you.
I'm sorry.
It's fine. And I'm going to play Slimefoot tapped. And then after that, I pass my turn.
I'm going to untap my land. I'm going to draw a card. I'm going to play this Plains tapped, and I'm going to pass.
All right. At your end step, I'm going to tap my Ether Spellbomb and my Hot Soup to generate 2 mana. And I will remove a brick counter and tap the Sunset Pyramid to draw a card. Okay, that Frozen Ether is irritating.
That's a card.
Yeah.
Sure is.
So from the new set, I'll draw a card for turn. I'm looking forward to the new Linvala, actually. I brewed a deck with her that I'm pretty excited to play.
Oh my gosh, someone else built a Linvala deck as well. I have one on my Arca. I also really enjoy that card.
All right, I'm going to play a sadly tapped Haunted Fengroff. I'll tap my Ether Spellbomb, my Welding Jar, and my Hot Soup to cast Golem Foundry. Golem Foundry is whenever I cast an artifact spell, I put a charge counter on it, and I can remove 3 charge counters to create a 3/3 Golem.
Do you have to tap it to do that as well?
Oh, it comes in tapped. No, I do not. It's just remove them.
Nice.
It's like a smaller, what's the Titan Forge, or whatever that card is.
Right.
Similar concept.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right. Well, All right, we're gonna send the bird. Oh, I forgot to scry. Oh well. We'll send the bird at Mr. Mike Coyle.
You got
and
it.
I'll send the construct at Claybee because Frozen Ether.
Absolutely deserved, I understand. So I'll take 5, correct? 6.
I played a new artifact, so it's 6 this time.
Excellent. So I'll go to 33.
And I will pass the turn.
Alrighty. So we will untap, upkeep, we will draw. Then beginning of the main phase, I'm going to add a white mana with the Sanctum. We'll play a forest, and then we are going to...
Man, I want 8 lands.
Lance?
Yeah.
lands.
Take some. Anything.
Lands?
Mana?
So I'm going to go ahead and play a Sphere of Safety.
Solid.
Or yes, sorry, I'm go to cast. It's for your safety.
Pass priority.
Pass
How many
priority.
enchantments do you have right now?
This would make 3.
That's so many enchantments, and I really want to get at you for that sphere.
Yes.
You know
See,
what, though?
the fear is because of the ether.
I'm gonna let the green and white decks deal with that.
Oh, no.
This deck's mostly red. I'm sorry.
Oh. Okay. It resolves.
Alrighty, and then I will 1 and a green to cast Joiner Adept.
What is Joiner Adept?
Yeah.
So Joiner Adept is one of my favorite, like 3, 4, 5 color commander cards. It's a 2/1 Elf Druid that lands I control have tap, add 1 mana of any color to your mana pool. So it's like a Chromatic Lantern,
Nice.
and I will pass the turn.
All right. I will untap. I'm going to draw for turn. And I will pay 3 for an Ashnod's Altar.
Nice.
And then
White border.
it is it is a white border. And then after that, I am gonna pass.
I'm gonna untap and draw. I'm gonna play a mountain tapped, and I'm gonna pass the turn.
All right. At your end step, I will tap 2 mana, and I will tap my Sunset Pyramid to draw a card. Okay. Card. Tap. Down to 1 more brick counter. All right. Drawing another card like blue decks do. Okay.
Do that.
We'll tap my 3 artifacts here. I will cast a Pilgrim's Eye. I'll put a counter on the Golem Foundry. And Pilgrim's Eye will enter the battlefield, and I will go search out an island.
Do you want to scry one before you search your library for a land?
No, because I'll have to shuffle.
Just to see
Alright.
what could have been.
All right, we'll get this nice unhinged island.
Very nice.
Yeah, that is nice. I need to bling out some lands now too.
Well, I mean, I'm not ramping or anything. I'm just, well, okay. I'm not ramping, but I'm not ramping.
I said bling, not even bring, but that's pretty cool.
I
I wish I could ramp. I'm in green with ramp and nothing's happening. I actually
Hey,
just
no, we
missed
were
a
playing-
land drop.
We are playing Magic with 1 land a turn, as Richard Garfield intended.
Yes. Yes.
And if you're
Alright.
playing Boros, you're not playing until turn 6, just as Richard Garfield intended.
Oh, the Thopter Foundry is tapped, or Pilgrim's Eye tapped. I will tap 1. I will play a tapped Sentinel Totem and scry 1. We'll leave that on top. That puts another counter on that. Do I have enough to attack? I do, but I don't get to draw a card. I really love drawing cards. Okay. I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3. Crowded battlefield. Cast Magnifying Glass. I don't need to scry because I want to keep the card that's on top. Put a charge counter on the Golem Foundry.
Such a creepy card. The artwork.
Oh yeah, I love that one. And that enters tapped. Sadness. Let's get some construct beats in. I don't want to hit Claybee. So Mr. Coil coming at you with
Whoa.
Do you want to talk about this? Because
Yeah.
I mean,
I would
Like, I
prefer
could-
if you didn't swing at me. What do you want? Do you want me to hurt Claybee a little bit? Does that help?
Yeah, that makes me feel good. I'm
Okay.
cool with that.
All right.
So Andy,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, how much is it
one,
for?
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's 9.
Let's go to 30. Let's live on the edge.
Is there anywhere else worth living?
As promised,
I'll pass the turn.
hold, and I
Oh,
hold some priority.
Okay.
As promised, I'm gonna cast a War Leader's Helix to do 4 damage to Claybee's creature, and I'm gonna gain 4 life.
Ah, yes. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
I did something this game.
All right. I'll go ahead and go to my end step and pass through my turn.
Okay. So untap. I've somehow ended up with 4 basics and 4 triumphs. Which is very weird. Alright, I'll draw for turn. We'll play Gruul Guildgate.
Maze's End is coming.
Oh, Maze's End is in this deck.
I love it.
I don't know if you ever got to play Lumeria, just the Card Kingdom, like, sealed cube format or whatever that they had.
Mm-hmm.
But I actually pulled off the Maze's End when in Limited on stream with the CNC Power, and that's like the highlight of my Magic, I think.
I've never
So
pulled
far.
off Maze's End from my Niv Mizzet deck yet. I've gotten very close. I've done it in
so I'm
person
going-
twice.
I'm going to 2 and a white to attempt to cast Sisay, Weatherlight Captain.
No responses from me.
Pass priority.
Yeah, I'll pass priority as well.
Alrighty, then I will pass my turn.
All right. Untap. I'm
And
going to
Sisay.
draw for turn. I got a forest. Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh, it enters tapped.
Oh my gosh.
I know.
Fine. Okay, fine. I'm going to play a morph creature.
Nice.
It enters tapped. And after that, I pass my turn.
I will untap and draw.
Are we going to see a Firesong and Sunspeaker?
No, because my lands enter tapped.
Oh, that's true.
I'm gonna play this Plains tapped, but I'm gonna tap 5, and I'm gonna cast an Angel Heart Vial. So this says whenever I am dealt damage, I put that many charge counters on Aether Heart Vial, and then I can pay 2 and tap it, remove 4 charge counters from Aether Heart Vial, I gain 2 life, and I draw a card. And I'll pass the turn.
Thank you for the follow, Claybee. I appreciate that. And everybody who has followed that I did not say it out loud just now, I appreciate your follows.
Alright. I'll untap. Draw. Alright. Gonna tap.
There's so many
the Golem
artifacts
Foundry.
over there.
It's just a small number of artifacts.
Just a little number.
Hot soup and welding jar for a creature. Battered golem, which enters tapped. And battered golem is a 3/2. It does not untap during your untap step. Whenever an artifact enters the battlefield, I may untap battered golem.
Okay.
That seems very good in your deck.
EDH Retcast didn't just do a challenge the stats on it for Urza decks. No, that didn't happen. Let's see. That 42 life.
Yeah.
All right, yeah.
No, please come this way. It actually benefits me because I get to put charge counters on my artifact.
Oh yeah, you do when you draw cards. Since you asked,
one card for every 2 mana I spent into it.
I don't have to ask. Yeah, I don't have to do anything then. I can just swing at you,
Yep.
and I will do that.
All right. Maths for blockers. I declare no blockers.
Thank you
4,
for the
5,
follow,
6,
ambitious
7.
penguin.
Wait.
I feel like you and my husband would get along because
10.
he loves penguins and he has.
Alright.
I think a lot of his names have penguin in them.
I thought you were about to say
Yeah, so
because
it's just
he's
a-
very ambitious.
You and my husband get along because he's really ambitious.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and pass the turn.
Oh my gosh. Man, that frozen aether, man, I should throw that into more decks. That's pretty
Yeah,
good.
that thing is brutal.
It is so good. Pretty sure that's in Lavinia Azorius Renegade. Ugh.
I'm sorry, Lenny, did you pass?
Yes, I did.
Okay, sorry. All right, on your end step, I'm going to activate Sisay. Go find a legendary permanent with CMC less than 3.
It's less than or equal to, or just less than?
It's less than, unfortunately.
Okay.
So we're going to go get the black new shrine, the Sanctum of Stone Fangs.
2 shrines.
I now have, yes, shrine count is 2.
Shrine count on 2.
Unfortunately, unlike Maze's End, if you assemble them all, you don't just win.
They should have a
Oop,
shrine that
uh-oh,
says
uh-oh.
that.
Excuse me, sorry.
Yeah, that would be really cool. I like that they brought the shrines back. Chat was talking earlier when you were explaining your deck that a lot of people underrated shrines in the limited format for Core 21. And it took a while for people to learn that they actually can do some work. But you have to assemble the right ones for sure.
Yeah, the repeatable value can just be like so difficult to overcome and limited. But if you go that way and then in pack 3 you're like, so I got the white one and like the red one, and you're just like, that's not great.
This is not what I wanted.
Yeah. All right. So we'll untap. We will draw. All right, and then beginning of pre-combat main phase, I'm going to add. Let's see. We'll add 2 white mana, and then each opponent's going to lose 2, and I'm going to gain 2 life.
All right, and so it begins.
And so it begins. And I'm going to, let's see.
14 turn clock for me over here.
I'm going to play an Izzet Guildgate, and I'm going to pass the turn.
All right. I am going to untap and draw. I'm going to play a forest, and then I will...
Forest enters tapped.
It does enter tapped. And then after that, I actually pass my turn.
Untap. Draw. I'm gonna pay 2 and tap this and remove 4 charge counters. And I'm gonna gain 2 life, and I'm gonna draw a card.
Interesting.
I'm then going to play this mountain tapped, and I'm going to pass the turn.
All right.
Don't you
At your
starve
end-
extinction me once I finally get things out.
No
At your end
promises.
step, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to tap these 4 artifacts. Tap my magnifying glass to make a clue. An artifact entered the battlefield, so I will untap my battered golem.
Wow.
Mhm.
And I'll tap these 2 here, and I will tap remove the last counter from my sunset pyramid. And we're going to put that down here. and I'll
Anyone
draw
got a
card.
Vandal Blast? Oh my gosh.
I think that was too expensive for the budget for this deck.
It probably was.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll do some untaps. Excuse me while it takes me 20 minutes to untap the board state here.
You're excused.
Okay, then draw a card for turn. Okay, sadly tapped island. Okay, I'm gonna tap my golem foundry and my battered golem. I will cast a servo schematic that will trigger the artificer's assistant, so I scry 1, we'll leave that there.
What is servo schematic?
Servo schematic is an artifact. When it enters the battlefield or or is put into a graveyard. Then I create a servo.
Okay.
Okay. So that's gonna enter the battlefield.
Servo schematic is a budget Brea all-star.
Yeah. So
Interesting.
I put a counter on Golem Foundry. Servo schematic entering the battlefield triggers Battered Golem. It also triggers itself. I'm going to hold priority on that trigger. Tap my Battered Golem for a blue mana. Make the servo. That'll untap my Battered Golem.
Now, your servo schematic, that did enter the battlefield tapped, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
That is all of that is super important, actually. And the servo enters the battlefield tapped.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What am I going to do with all of this?
How many cards do you have in your hand, Lenny?
1.
Oh, okay.
He's just scrying. He's not drawing a ton.
Yeah.
But he does have a clue now. But any more clues he makes are tapped when they come in because they're
They
artifacts.
are. I'm going to actually just not crack my clue.
Crack the clue. Crack the clue. Crack the clue.
I'm just in awe by how much is happening over there.
I really was like, Frozen Ether will help slow this down.
Yeah.
I guess
And it did.
technically it has, but this is still wild.
Yeah.
It's terrifying to know what the not slowed down version of this looks like.
All right. So with the 1 floating, 2, 3, 4, and let's get the Pilgrim's Eye too for 5.
Oh, goodness.
We're going to do the Urza shuffle,
Do the Urza shuffle.
which
The Urza.
usually in this deck means that so Urza's ability to shuffle my library, exile the top card, and then until my end of the turn I can cast that or play
It's
it.
not. Oh, okay. It is. Okay.
Yeah. So
Is it for free, or do you have to pay mana for it?
I don't have to pay mana for it, but I paid 5 for the ability. Usually this results in me just exiling a land card from my graveyard or from my deck. So
I
All right.
honestly have. I think this is
Told
the
ya.
first time. Yeah, I think this is the first time that I played against an Urza deck. This doesn't seem so oppressive.
well, look what I had to do to the Urza deck to make it fair.
There's an Urza deck at one of our shops, Andy.
But I never
And,
played in that. I saw that pod,
okay.
and I saw the faces of people in that pod.
Yeah, like when you get lattice locked, lattice Karn locked. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and go to attacks. How much do I have to pay to attack you, Claybee?
4.
Okay, I will pay
Yeah,
1,
Lenny's just rolling in mana.
2,
So.
3,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Spirit Safety not effective here.
4. Yeah, and I'm gonna send the construct at you. It is blockable though.
How much is it?
3, 4, 5,
Blockable.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. It's a 13, 13.
Oh my gosh.
That's fine. I'll go to 22.
Okay.
All right. I'm not the lowest life total now.
I'll pass the turn.
All right, end step. I'm going to activate Sisay. Now I can go find a 3-drop or lower legendary.
Is the Red Shrine 3?
Yes. However, I'm going to go find Reki.
Ooh. History of Kamigawa?
Yes.
The face of the new Sylvan Library.
Yes, I love that art.
Thanks for the follow, Chris Von Doom.
Oh, hey, Chris Von Doom, what's up, buddy?
He's here. He's rooting for you. He told us that
Yep.
your decks are pretty scary.
I believe the exact words were "never trust you."
I think that was don't trust Lenny.
Oop. Alright. Then we will untap. Let's see, upkeep. Draw. Oh boy.
All right, so Riki allows you.
Whenever I play a legendary spell, I get to draw a card.
Yeah.
Which doesn't go great with the Sisay tutor, but
True.
where's what we've got.
But if you draw any of the cards, that's a
Yes.
good tutor.
That's true. That's true.
Let's see. I think I'm just gonna pass.
Okay.
What are you doing with all that mana over there?
At the end of your turn, I'm going to pay 5 and I'm going to morph.
Okay.
Thelanite Hermit, so when it turns face up, I create 4 1/1 saplings, and my saplings get +1/+1.
Nice.
Yes.
All right. Untap. I will draw for turn. All right, so I'm going to sacrifice a sapling for 2 colorless mana. Each opponent is going to lose 1 life, and I'm going to gain 1 life because of Slimefoot.
Oh,
Yeah.
we missed shrine triggers.
Oh yeah.
Oh, go back, circle back. Do your shrine triggers then.
Oh,
Here.
yes. Okay.
This didn't happen. I'm going to leave it out, but we'll know what happened.
So everybody gets drained too.
Okay.
Is because the other one is you get to create mana, but I didn't end up using any mana anyway. So
Right.
Okay, so I marked the 2, but I already gained the 1, so I'm not gonna
Yeah.
do it. Yeah. So I lost my sapling. You guys each lose 1. I gained 1, and then I'm gonna pay 5, 6, 7. I'm gonna cast a Verdant Force at the beginning of each upkeep and make a 1/1 sapling creature token.
Nice.
Wow.
It comes in tapped.
True.
And then I am going to. I'm gonna pass my turn.
Untap.
At your upkeep, I make a sapling. Tapped.
Sure do. Draw. Ooh, I like that card. I wish my lands didn't enter tapped, though. That's kind of a bummer. I'm going to tap 2, and I'm going to remove 4 charge counters over here. Oh, this does your ability drain life or deal damage?
it drains.
And then Andy, does yours deal damage?
Mine is deals 1 damage.
All right, so I'm gonna put an extra charge counter over here. I'm gonna gain 2 life, and I'm gonna draw a card. Because that seems like a good strategy.
This is the most use of an Angel Heart Vial ever.
Yeah, it's a budget card.
It's great.
It's great. I'm gonna play this mountain tapped, and I'm gonna pass the turn.
All right. At your end step, I'm going to tap my Battered Golem for blue. I will remove 3 charge counters, going down to 2 charge counters. I will create a Golem. That'll untap my Battered Golem. I'll tap him for another one. Then I'll tap the Ether Spell Bomb, so that's 3, 4. And I will tap the Magnifying Glass, and I will create another clue. I want to look for another clue, so I'll just use dice. That'll untap Battered Golem, because that's an artifact.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I will untap.
Every time someone talks about clues, okay, so I'm going to ask you all this because I think I've asked this to Coyle before, and I've probably done this on stream. Did anybody else see that Disney Channel original movie Get a Clue with Lindsay Lohan? Is it just
No.
me? Am I the only person that saw this?
I think this is a fever dream that you have,
It
and
had
it's
to
not
been.
a real thing.
I swear this is a movie. All right, I'm going
I've
to.
spent almost none of my life with access to cable, so I am the last person that can validate you here.
Yeah,
know,
okay,
for-
so the movie came out in 2002, and it starred Lindsay Lohan and Brenda Song.
She made
Oh,
it just for you.
Clearly, I was the target audience apparently in 2002.
Was the plot like going to a LGS to get a copy of the seminal classic Clue?
100%. That's why they made the Shadows over Innistrad block with clues.
Yeah. Cause and effect.
Okay. So I'm gonna play a
That's
Blighted
the hard
Cataract, which comes in
timeline.
tabs.
Mm-hmm.
Why has life got to be so hard? I really shouldn't be saying that in this situation. I'm doing okay.
I can see why you claim your hardships.
I guess like I'm not super like put out by the sphere of safety right now.
Yeah, unfortunately.
This is true.
So I'm gonna tap. I'm gonna leave the Pilgrim's Eye. I'm gonna tap this welding jar, the Sunset Pyramid, and the hot soup. And we're gonna put the hot soup on the construct.
Hot soup.
Coming through.
Oh, I'm sorry. I made a sapperling at your upkeep.
That's true.
I'm gonna go at you, Andy, because your board state is starting to get kind of scary.
Does it have trample?
It's unblockable,
Oh, shoot. Okay, how
but it
much?
dies if it takes damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16.
I go to 11.
It's a large chunk of damage.
Yeah, that's a beefy golem. Or construct. Beefy construct.
Okay. I'm also going to go ahead and I will tap my servo and my schematic for when we go to second main. Sorry, I'll wait.
Pass priority.
Yeah. Actually, you know what? I will just pass through my turn. I've got clues. I can sacrifice them.
Alright, on your end step, I'm going to activate Sisay to go get...
Oh, hey, I just realized all our commanders are from Dominaria.
It's true.
Oh, they really are.
Although Urza, spark ignited eventually, right? And left Dominaria.
Alright, so I'm going to get Raph.
That gives your stuff flash, correct?
It gives Historic Spells Flash.
Yeah.
And then I don't know why I'm going to shuffle, because I'm going to go ahead and activate Sisay again.
So Sisay says that you play it, right? Not cast it for Reki. That's why he said it was not.
Yes, yeah, you just put it onto the battlefield.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what I was saying. It unfortunately doesn't.
Doesn't jive 100%.
Yeah, but if you can't keep Sisay out, he's a nice backup to keep the hand full.
Yeah.
For sure.
Let's see. Kind of afraid of getting drained out.
By me? By Slimefoot?
Yeah.
Oh, but I might die before that happens anyway.
That's true. But my fear is on your way out, you'll...
Honestly, that Karnstruct over there feels like it's draining because hits someone every turn.
Yeah, so I'm gonna actually get the blue Honden. So Shrine Crown is now 3.
All right, so as soon as at the beginning of your upkeep, draw a card for each shrine you control. Okay.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
The card draw.
I did discover through playing Historic and playing all of the shrines that I actually like the blue one just because of the May ability. I don't want to know how many times to having the blue Honden and the Sanctum of All, and being like, well, I guess I'll draw 18 and deck myself because it's not a May ability.
Yeah.
Whereas the new one has the you may draw X.
Oh, yes. And then you discard what? How many?
You discard a card. So it's not a real drawback, but having that May is nice. So we will untap. 1, 2, 3,
Do you consider discarding a drawback?
If I'm getting to draw 5 or 6, I don't consider 1 a real drawback.
No, I mean, I was trying to make a literal pun.
Oh,
And I was going to say that brainstorms a little bit more what I would consider a drawback than... I'm so sorry.
I apologize for missing that.
Well, you don't have to, believe me.
Oh, and then we will draw for turn. So beginning of pre-combat main phase. So everybody's going to get drained for 3. I'm going to gain 3.
Uh-huh.
And then I'm going to add, let's see, what color would make the most sense?
Sorry, I got a sapling.
Okay, yes. No color makes sense. So we will just say we're going to add white. We're going to complete our tour of Ikoria with the Ralgren Triumph.
We've now seen it all.
We
Wow.
got there.
Crazy.
We got souvenirs at each, like little shot glasses or something. Or we get a t-shirt.
And yeah, with that, we're going to pass.
All right. I am going to tap this and put a +1/+1 counter on each green creature that entered the battlefield this turn. So this one gets 1/1 counter.
Wait, how many creatures came in?
I had one. Only one.
Just the one.
All right. Untap. Okay. I'm going to draw for a turn.
Is vegetable beef what you call like sapperling meat?
Yes. Yes. I'm going to pay 2 for a Blood Artist tapped.
Nice.
I'm sorry, I made a sapling on my turn.
You did.
I am going to move to combat.
Mm-hmm.
And I am going to swing all of these sapperlings at Lenny. So
Aw.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13.
Oh boy. Okay.
I forgot they were buffed.
They're buffed because of Thelanite Hermit, yeah.
Yeah, I was like, wait a second, that does not seem like nearly enough sapperlings. Somebody was attacked with a lot of sapperlings in my life.
Chat said there's a cream of mushroom joke in there somewhere.
All right. I'm gonna tap my servo schematic and my servo to crack a clue and draw a card. That's helpful later. I will tap my Golem Foundry and my other Golem to crack my other clue to draw a card. That's also not helpful right now. Okay. I don't want to take all that damage. It's just, what, 8 damage, though? It's 4 sapperlings?
13. There's 6 of them. They're 2/2s, and one of them has a +1/+1 counter.
Gotta make the math difficult for me. All right, I will tap my Ether Spellbomb for blue mana. And hope I don't... Well, you've got all that mana untapped. No. I'm just gonna... take it on the chin, I think. 13.
So I do have a response after blockers are declared.
Okay.
It's not bad for you, Andy. It's literally only just good for me.
Did you hear the
so.
defeat in my
I did.
voice?
I did. I'm gonna cast Congregate, And I'm going to target myself. Target player gains 2 life for each creature in play.
Wow.
No.
And I'm doing this before damage.
I have 12.
I have 3.
It's 15.
I have 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 7.
So 22, so I'll gain 44 life.
Were you just waiting for my board to build up a little?
Yeah, and I wanted to make sure you were swinging and that you didn't want to like not do damage and sacrifice your creatures before they did damage or something.
Fair enough.
Oh,
And then on my second main phase, I am going to pay 4 for a parallel lives.
Nice.
Oh, no. Void Shatter. Absolutely not.
Into the graveyard.
Exile, actually.
Into exile.
Wow.
Okay, totally fair.
Yeah.
Okay. And then after that, I pass my turn.
I will untap.
I'm going to make a sapling
Just
at
love
your
Andy
upkeep.
casually, like, I'm just gonna play this card to make me win the game.
Well, draw.
Just a casual parallel lives.
Yeah, 60% of playing Magic is in the delivery of your casting.
Right. Pay no attention to the double wolf behind the curtain.
Double wolf.
Double wolves.
I'm gonna tap 3.
There are 2 wolves inside of you. Both of them get countered.
Oh.
Oh, no.
I'm gonna cast a gutter snipe.
That's a gutter snipe.
That's all I'm gonna do. I'm gonna pass the turn after that.
All right. At your end step, tap the Battered Golem, the Pilgrim's Eye, the Ether Spellbomb, and the Sequestered Sash. I'll make a clue with the Magnifying Glass, which enters tapped, untaps my Battered Golem. And I will untap my mess of a battlefield.
I'm going to make a sapling at your upkeep.
Like,
Wish I saw
stop.
that congregate.
You're at 72. You're solid.
What? Shh.
Okay. I'll draw a card for turn. Oh yeah, it's this thing. You ever decide to keep a card and then like the turns happen and you're like, oh, I wish this was anything else.
Yes, definitely, 100% I have felt that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I used to own an Imperial Seal, and I felt that way every time I cast it at sorcery speed.
Is that why that's a used to?
Also, it went way up in price, and I decided that money was more important to me.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm going to tap these 4 artifacts, and I'll cast Pirate's Prize. Oh wait, what am I doing?
What are you doing?
Can I retap that real quick?
Retap.
Sure.
Go for it.
Yeah,
I don't
we're
even know what
gonna
Pirate's Prize does. So.
I don't
We're going to
either,
retap
but
that with the battered Golem. Pirate's Prize is a draft common out of Ixalan. Sorcery for 4 mana. Draw 2 cards. Create a colorless treasure artifact token.
Seems good.
yeah, I like that a lot.
Draw 2 cards. And then I create a treasure. Boom. Custom token from my friend Samuel, Sun's Champion.
Nice.
That'll untap my battered golem, and that treasure is tapped.
I still have my my mist form syndicate Naga from last week.
All right, I'm gonna tap these three artifacts.
All right.
4, 5, 6, and we're gonna play the only impressive card in the deck.
See
No,
how
actually-
impressive.
It's only 25 cents. I mean, most of these are 25 cents.
Yeah. I don't know if I really want to do that though, because I think Andy just kind of has me dead now if I don't try to do something.
You don't have to swing at me, Lenny. It's fine. Just swing right over at Coil's 72 casual life.
Yeah, and give me more charge counters on my draw engine.
But that's fine. It's fine. You have to pay mana and tap it. It's fine.
Please do damage to me.
I wonder if I want to spin the wheel of Urza.
Ooh. You think
Yeah.
you'll land on a vowel?
All right, we're gonna spin. All right, my husband just shouted me to spin the wheel, so I'll sink that mana into Urza.
All right.
Spin the wheel, see if you get a U.
Yeah. Now, I'm finally actually running into where frozen ether is a problem for me.
Nice. Welcome to the club.
All these saplings
is
that have
it?
all entered tapped.
I wanted to cast my commander on curve, and that just wasn't gonna happen.
Are you going to cast your commander this game?
I don't think I'm going
Oh,
to.
no.
No, I need to keep up mana for these cards in my hand, so I don't think I could cast my commander.
Okay, and we flip an island. Well, I haven't played a land for turn, so I guess I will play it, because Urza lets me play it.
Classic.
Oh, wait, actually. Yeah, I guess I better play an artifact real quick. I'm going to pay 2. I'm going to cast a Ring of Evos Isle to untap my Battered Golem. That comes in tapped. So Ring of Evos Isle is equipped creature gains hexproof until end of turn if I pay 2. And at the beginning of my upkeep, I put a 1/1 counter on equipped creature if it's blue. Because this is what you have to do if you're using 25-cent cards.
Yep.
I'm going to move to...
Oh, this would be so good in Geist.
move to attach the ring to Urza.
Sure.
Urza just, if you like it and you put a ring on it, that's what just happened.
Yeah.
So.
Wow.
That is exactly what happened. Oh.
Coyle, I feel like you disapproved of that.
A little bit.
Okay, so here's what I'm going to do.
In a good way. Yeah?
Just because...
You're going to tap your construct for mana.
No, I'm gonna
No.
because I got it. When we smoke them, if we got them, I'm following Andy's example. I'm gonna cast Retraction Helix, targeting Battered Golem.
I'm sorry, I'm unaware of what that
This
card
was a combo in Standard at one point. Tell us more.
Until end of turn, target creature gains tap. Return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand.
Huh.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Okay. I have two of those.
Okay. Does that resolve on the Battered Golem?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I will tap my Battered Golem
Lenny,
to bounce my Welding Jar. Oh, yes.
Are you gonna wipe my tokens out here?
Actually, I think I might be able to win the game.
Okay. All right. Looks like we lost Coyle real quick.
I'm coming back.
Coming right back. Okay. You think you're gonna win? Uh-oh. Okay. You do you. I want to see this.
Okay. So I will tap my Battered Golem to bounce my Welding Jar to my hand.
Okay.
I will cast my Welding Jar, putting a counter on the Golem Foundry.
Mm-hmm.
And then when the Welding Jar enters the battlefield, which it will enter tap, it will untap the Battered Golem.
Yep.
Right.
So then I can tap the Battered Golem to bounce the Welding Jar, cast it again, and put another counter and untap the Battered Golem. So I can put an infinite number of counters on the Golem Foundry.
Yes.
Okay.
Does anyone
This
have any
is why
responses to
Frozen
that?
Ether is a problem. Because otherwise I'd have infinite mana.
That's true. So I have nothing to stop this combo if you want to fast track it.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah,
if
I don't.
Okay.
I don't either. Claybee.
All right.
Hmm?
Yeah, I'm.
Okay. So here's kind of how I have to do it. I'm going to put infinite counters on my on my Golem Foundry.
Okay.
Then with the final activation, I'll bounce Frozen Ether to Claybee's hand.
Okay.
Then I can make infinite golems,
Okay.
and then they'll be 3/3s, and they'll enter the battlefield
Untapped now.
untapped. And then I can use Urza to tap them for mana, so I can generate infinite mana, and I can sink it all into Urza's ability,
Yes.
and I can cast my entire deck.
What is your win condition?
My win condition is Golem Artisan.
I'm unaware of that one.
Okay. So hold
Okay.
on.
Yeah,
So-
we can do this together, Andy, I think.
So
Okay. Hey.
Oh
Yeah,
my
do you wanna-
gosh, Mr. Bevers, thank you for raiding. We just got everybody hanging out with Mr. Bevers.
Hey,
Hi everyone, welcome to our stream. Lenny's comboing with Urza right now with the 25-cent restrictions. This is really crazy, and we're trying to figure out what our options are. So, okay. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 saplings with 9 Blood Artist triggers.
Yeah, I have a question about Urza's ability.
Okay.
Do you have to follow normal casting rules for the cards that you
Yes.
exile? Okay. And your win condition is a sorcery speed.
Correct.
Okay.
Okay.
So you have to do all of it before you go to combat.
Correct.
Cards in hand?
And my 2.
Okay.
So what is okay, what's my play here? I mean, I guess well, the problem is so I guess I sack hold priority and sack them all?
So I don't know how
Is this
Lenny
before
is
you go into
going to...
combat?
Well, it depends
So this is
on
in
where...
response. So when Lenny goes to activate Urza the first, well, I guess
Is it for the first time, or is it when the win condition is exiled?
that's the question. I
Right.
don't actually know. So
Me neither.
so the win con is what again, Lenny? You said
So the win con is a card called Golem Artisan. It's
Okay.
a 3/3 artifact creature,
Okay.
and it has 2 colorless. Target artifact creature gets flying, trample, or haste until end of turn.
okay.
And it also has for 2 mana, target artifact creature gets +1/+1 until end of turn.
Okay, so I feel like so if it's giving things haste, it's not like a counter spell. I mean, I guess you put everything on the stack, right, Coil? I mean, there could
Yeah,
certainly
I mean-
be a counter spell.
Well, and it's winning with swinging, so you could technically wait until combat, I guess.
I don't have enough though. You have to do something.
I have a gutter snipe, so I can do 2 damage.
That's only 20. So Lenny's still at 1 then.
So I have a spell to cast in combat, but
Okay.
I don't know if it resolves.
Well, so I guess I don't know. I don't. You can't even shortcut Urza's, correct? Because you have to shuffle, so it's random. It's not just. I mean, unless none of us care, you can just reveal until you hit that one, right? And then-
Well, basically what I'm going to do is I'm just going to exile my entire deck.
So if someone can make you draw a card.
that I cannot do, but.
Because that's like literally the only way to shortcut it is to just do that. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I guess. I mean, YOLO, whatever. I'll sack these 9 saplings.
Okay.
So I'm gonna deal 9 to. I guess I'll hold priority. So these all go on the stack, I guess. And so I have 9 Slimefoot triggers and I have 9 Blood Artist triggers that go on the stack.
Oh yeah, this is tapped.
And that gives me 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18 mana. which I can use to make 4 more saplings.
Oh. So you should have it then.
Which would give you 2 mana left over after those, and then you could.
So I make 4, and then I sack these for 8 mana, which gives me 10 mana. So now I have 9, 10, 13 triggers of Slimefoot and Blood Artist, and then I have 8 mana, so I make 2 more saplings. Sack both of those. Make 1 more, sack that, and then that's all I can do.
So 16
So
triggers.
16 Slimefoot and 16 Blood Artist are on the stack.
Okay. Do I have infinite mana at this point, or no? Because it's all sorcery speed, so you guys can kind of block me, like in the middle of one of my welding jar recasts.
I don't know. I guess depends on where would you have started your sacrificing, Andy? At his first activation?
I was gonna do it. Well,
if it's at first Urza activation, then it's after infinite mana.
The mana,
it's
yeah.
after.
Yeah.
So you have infinite mana.
Okay. So then I'll just respond with that, and then just like exile my entire deck.
Okay.
And I don't think I can actually stop this, but I'm just going to take a quick tour because I can't remember.
Okay.
So Andy, then if you've got 32 total triggers, are you doing all 21 at Lenny, or?
Well, so I have there's 16 Slimefoot, and then there's 16 Blood Artists. So it'll be 16 damage to each opponent, and then I gain 16. And then I'm going to hit 1 individually on Lenny until he's out, and then the rest of them I will shift.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I can't actually stop that in my deck.
Okay, so you each lose 16. I gain 16. Okay. And then, so then I do 5 blood artist triggers to Lenny.
Uh-huh.
And then that puts you at 0, correct?
Yep.
Okay, so 5 here. And that leaves me with 11 more triggers.
Yeah.
We're gonna throw them towards Claybee.
Yes, in response,
Sure.
I don't think there's anything that saves me because I think I have still forgotten to put Shalai in here. But
Gotta look.
we'll find out if I did or not.
Okay.
I should have grabbed the white Honden earlier, but I was like, it'll be fine.
What's
There's not gonna be-
the white Honden do?
It's just you gain 2 life on upkeep for each shrine you control.
Oh,
But it would put me in enough. But I was like, it'll be fine. There's no reason it'll pop off this turn. I'll do it next, like this next turn.
Okay, Lenny, that was crazy though. That deck is so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that is awesome.
We never killed that construct.
The construct lived until the end.
I didn't even get my second or third one, though.
Yeah, I did
That was
not.
a
Awesome.
wonderful time.
I did not put Shalai in here, so I die.
So it'll be 10 at Claybee and then 1 at Coil.
Is it lose life or is it damage?
This one is lose life.
That's what I thought. Okay.
So I'm back at 40 exactly.
And I'm at 55.
And then after that,
Well, after that, it immediately goes to your turn.
then I untap and I make a sapling and I will draw for turn. And I am going to pay. No, I'm not. No, I am not. I'm going to move to combat.
Okay.
I'm going to swing 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 at you.
I will, in response, tap 4 and cast Chastise to destroy target attacking creature, and I gain life equal to its power. And I'll target Slimefoot.
In response, I'll sacrifice it.
Yep. So then I'll take 7,
8, 9. And you will, and then Blood Artist trigger, you lose 1, I gain 1.
I will just take 10 then.
And then I am going to play 5 for Slimefoot.
Oh, by the way, you lose 2 from Chastise because of Gutter Snipe.
I lose 2. And then I pass my turn.
Untap.
I feel like this isn't going to go well. Play a Sapperling. Or I get one. Oh, I feel like I'm in danger now.
I mean, do that. Let's tap 4. And we're gonna play a Well of Lost Dreams.
Ooh, that's great.
And I'm gonna pass the turn after that.
Okay, untap. My upkeep, I make a Sapperling. And then I will draw for turn.
Mm-hmm.
And I will play a Llanowar Wastes. Hey, look at that. Can you believe I have 2 black mana now?
That's crazy.
Wow. I'm going to play a Tendershoot Dryad.
Yes.
That's a good one.
I have the City's Blessing. I am blessed, so my Sapperlings get +2/+2 on top of the +1/+1.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I would like to move to combat.
You may.
All right, I'm going to swing... 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
Slimefoot just came out.
17, you're correct. So 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Yeah, 17.
I will tap 3. I'm going to cast Teshar's Grasp to destroy... It's a sorcery, though, so I can't do that.
Okay.
So I'm not going to do that, and I'm going to take 17. And I'm going to go down to 28.
And then after that, I'm going to pass my turn.
I will, at the end of your turn, pay 2 to tap this. I guess I added 17 more counters to this, so I'll just add 13 counters. So I'm going to remove the 4, gain 2 life, pay 2 into my Well of Lost Dreams, and I'll draw 3 cards. And then I will untap and draw. Play a Plains. I am going to cast Gift of Immortality targeting Gutter Snipe.
Okay.
And then pay 4 and cast Chain Reaction to deal X damage to each creature where X is the number of creatures on the battlefield.
Sure. And you know what? Did I make my Sapperlings? I get 2, I'm sorry. Tendershoot does 1 as well.
Yep.
So in response then, I sack 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 creatures, leaving Blood Artist out.
Okay.
So I have 8 Blood Artist triggers, and I have 4,
16.
and I have 4 Slimefoot triggers, and I have I have 16 mana. So I'm going to make 4 saplings. I'm going to sack 4 saplings so I get 4 more Slimefoot triggers, and I get 4 more Blood Artist triggers. So that gave me 8 mana.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to make 2 more saplings and sacrifice these. So 2 more here and 2 more here. Make 1 sapling and sack that. 1 here, 1 here. And then sacrifice Blood Artist for 1 here.
Mm-hmm.
And then
How many are resolving right now?
I'm going to pay 2. I'm going to exile Thelanite Hermite from my graveyard and make a sapling
Okay.
and sacrifice that.
Okay.
So I have 1 more here. So right now I've got 16 plus 12, so I have 28 damage plus, so I have 28 on you.
Okay. So I will take 28 down to 2.
And I will gain 28.
And then you'll take 2 from my gutter snipe.
Okay,
And
take 2.
chain reaction will resolve and do 2 damage to each creature on the battlefield.
So Slimefoot will live.
Yeah. Gutter snipe dies.
Okay.
But Gift of Immortality was on it, so it'll return to the battlefield.
Okay.
And then I'm going to.
But gift equips at end of turn, right?
Yeah, end step.
Okay.
And then I'll move to my end step
All right.
and reattach Gift of Immortality.
Untap. Draw for turn. I'm going to play Grim Backwoods.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to pay 2 and exile this creature from my graveyard and make a sapling.
I'll, in response, pay 2, tap this, remove 4 counters, gain 2 life, and draw a card.
Sure. And I'm going to pay 2 and exile this creature from my graveyard and make a sapling.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to move to combat, and I'm going to swing sapling at you for 2.
I'll block with Gutter Snipe.
Okay.
Gutter Snipe will die.
Yep.
Return to the
Oh
battlefield.
my gosh. All right, I'm going to pay 2 and exile Verdant Force and make a sapling, and then I'm going to exile Blood Artist to make a sapling.
Cool, good game.
Oh my gosh. And I sack 4 saplings for that win.
I didn't realize that Gutter Snipe was Squee.
Oh,
Just continuing to come back.
yeah, it's yeah, totally.
Oh
In this
my-
deck.
Squee in this deck. Oh my gosh, that game. So Lenny, I've never seen Hot Soup want to do so much work with worth creatures there. Oh my goodness. That deck was really cool. Claybee and Lenny, thank you so much for joining us for this first game tonight. And everybody in chat, thank you so much for joining right now. We're going to go ahead and take a quick break, and we will be back in just a few minutes, so don't go anywhere.